So yesterday, the Jaguars defeated the Dallas Cowboys by a score of 34-14. And I'm not going to be someone that really overreacts to this game, but I will ask you guys. I've been on Airbnb and I'm looking at different hotels for the weekend of the Super Bowl in Los Angeles. Does anybody have any recommendations for me? So the Jaguars beat the Cowboys yesterday, and this was a game that the Jaguars needed. I mean, they needed some positivity when it comes to the offense, when it comes to the coaching staff, just really when it comes to everything, because they just did not look very good the first two preseason games. And most especially, man, huge shout out to Trevor freaking Lawrence. He went 11 for 12 this game, 139 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. And he was calm, poised, in control back there. He absolutely killed it. You know, he wasn't dinking and dunking, man. He was making dime throws along the sidelines, throws to the middle of the field, corner post routes, man. He was excellent this game. And, you know, this was a game that we needed out of him because obviously when you look back at this offense, we've seen 3 quarters out of the first team offense, and they've only mustered up 3 points in those different games. So this is a game that gives us confidence. It shows that, you know, and I give Jaguar fans a lot of credit. No one really was like worried about Trevor Lawrence. It was just, we were just trying to fend off all the, you know, naysayers amongst the national media that like to overreact to these different games to get clicks. But Trevor Lawrence, just an awesome game by our QB1. Never seen any quarterback in a Jaguar uniform making some of the throws that he was making, and it was just absolutely excellent. And the crazy thing is, going into this game, the night before the game, Urban Meyer and the coaching staff, they didn't even know if they were going to play Trevor Lawrence. A big reason is because they didn't know, like, with how unhealthy the offensive line was. You know, they only played one starter on the offensive line this game, and that was right tackle Jawan Taylor. So they were a little worried about his health. Also, 2 out of the top 3 receivers were out with Marvin Jones and DJ Chark. So they're a little bit paranoid about, okay, are we going to put this guy at risk? But they decided to risk it, and the dividends really paid off. You know, Trevor Lawrence, I think he needed this game to put some confidence in him and just this offense and actually get the team moving. The fan base needed it too. We really needed to see that. And also Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer needed it too. I mean, Urban Meyer's a guy that, I mean, if he farts and it smells funny, the national media is going to critique him for it. You know what I mean? I mean, this guy, just everything he does, there's like all these naysayers out there trying to rip him down for it. So, you know, he's a guy that he also really needed it. And, you know, we got a lot of stuff done. And huge shout out to the backup offensive line. I thought Walker Little played excellent. Also, there's a guy, Trevor Wallace Sims, who played, I believe it was left guard this game, but he played pretty good, man. I mean, I would say, you know, he played pretty good. Yeah, going in there at left guard. Trevor Lawrence only got hit once. You know what I mean? He only got hit once this game, and they got a roughing the passer call. Another thing that makes me know that, hey, Trevor Lawrence is a real deal because we're getting, you know, roughing the passer penalty calls. I think I said pass interference earlier. We're getting roughing the passer calls, which tends to only happen to the good quarterbacks. So that was another great thing. And also Trevor Lawrence, he was spreading the ball around a lot. You know, we had a touchdown pass to Pharaoh Cooper. Also, Chenault had a touchdown pass or catch too. And a bigger thing about Chenault is he literally carried a man 12 yards down the field. Really cool seeing Chenault do that kind of stuff. Also, Cotton had a big game, 66 yards receiving. Dorsett had a nice 38-yard reception along the right sidelines on a dime by Trevor Lawrence. O'Shaughnessy had 3 catches for 24 yards. He was really finding some of the soft spots in his zones. So it was really cool game to see by the offense. And like I said, man, this team, this offense, everybody kind of needed the fan base. Just everybody, man. And it gives us a good feeling that, look, you know, Jaguars don't play for another 2 weeks. It gives us a good feeling sitting here as we prepare for, you know, week 1 of the regular season against Houston. It gives us some good vibes inside that says, okay, we might be all right. You know what I mean? And also, I got to give a shout out to the play calling. I think that was really the biggest complaint with Jaguar fans and everybody was like, what is this play calling? It was just so unimaginative. And I remember going into this game, I was on a Relevant app with Tom McManus kind of previewing the game. If you guys haven't downloaded Relevant, go down in the description down below. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with Tom McManus over there. But we kind of discussed, man, like, let's get some creativity. Let's kind of move Trevor Lawrence out of the pocket. And that's exactly what we did, man. A lot of bootlegs. That really opened a lot of stuff up for Trevor Lawrence. And, you know, that allowed the defense, it wasn't like draw, three-step drop where they could just pin their ears back and go after the pass rusher. It was like some creativity. So it was really good to see that. So shout out to Darrell Bevel for just, his play call in this game. It really helped out. And on the defensive side of the ball, the defensive line, they shut down the run and the pass game. Josh Allen didn't play this game, but, there were a lot of guys that really flashed. G. Hard Ward, Devon Hamilton, Dewan Smoot, a lot of different guys in there. So, I don't know if I see any like really elite players on the defensive line, but if we have a bunch of good players and we have a solid rotation, we can go in there and do some things. And also Chason did some stuff too. So hopefully Josh Allen, he missed back-to-back games on the COVID list, so hopefully he comes back for week 1 just fine. I would imagine he would. So just another thing to look out for. I saw Quarterman got a ton of reps out there, which was cool to see. Also another great game by CJ Henderson. Andre Sisco did some good things, and also Lambo didn't miss a field goal after missing a field goal in each of the first 2 games. So good overall game, by the defense. I don't really have a ton of complaints this game. I'm not really going to go out here and throw a lot of complaints. I mean, we got some good vibes for Jacksonville right now. Obviously, the first 2 weeks, it was a little bit of torture. There wasn't a lot to hang our hats on. I mean, there was some that we could find, but, there just wasn't a lot of positive really when it comes to the offense. But this game, this game, we saw some good stuff. We can go into this a whole thing with a good feeling. And, like I said, everybody needed this. And this was another reason we needed this is the Jaguars' first preseason win since 2018. 3 years ago. I mean, 2019, they went 0-4. 2020, there was no preseason. So that's another reason, man. I kind of snapped this little nasty streak that we have going on. So let me know what your guys' thoughts of the game were. Big shout out to everybody in my live stream. If you guys join the membership, I do have a few more slots open in my member only fantasy league. So go to the community tab to kind of check that out if you're interested. And thanks everyone for the donations yesterday and everyone that was along with the live stream. It was a ton of fun. With all that said, thank you guys for watching. Go Jags. You guys watched the whole video. Really appreciate that. You guys can subscribe to the channel for the best source of Jaguars news on the YouTube platform. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at UCF_Jaguar. And you can become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month for exclusive channel content. Thank you guys and go Jags.